Hi friends, you're new to this channel. I am Mrs.Y, and for returning viewers, welcome back. I know, it has been a while since my last video. I mean, my work life has been insanely busy. I'm spending most of my time in Canada now rather than the US. So comment below if you're interested in seeing some vlogs, about my business trips. But anyways, if you've been following me on Instagram, do you remember I've posted a poll on the story a few weeks back about the box constant with gold hardware or platinum hardware? And most of you picked gold hardware, which I'm a little bit surprised and not surprised. But let me review the offer and I will share my experience, also the reason why I asked that question, like why I needed your help. And the only thing I can tell you right now is this bag has been waiting for me to pick it up for about 2 to 3 weeks in store because I was in Canada for the past 3 weeks. But I knew this is coming before then. So let me review which hardware I got. Okay, so let me open it. At the meantime, you guys can put a comment below and, take your guess. So basically, the way I introduced this video, I mean, I'm sure that you already know that this is a constant in box, but which buckle, right? And you know what? Like when my essay opened it, I was like, oh, this is a great for video because the way they put the felt and hide the buckle, it's like, yeah, you won't know until you actually fully open. So there you go. Okay, so let me take away the box first while you guys are, guessing the buckles. Let me open it and then show you guys the box constants 1-24 single cassette, and it's in gold hardware. So let me just open it. This is like absolutely beautiful, and I can tell you, like with the gold hardware, it actually look very vintage, which I really liked about that. The only thing is, like with the box leather, it's a little dusty. It's like very easy to attract dust. So when you close it, it looks like this. So let's go over some spec here. So you see, this is a single cassette because it's constant 1-24. And let's look at the back here. It has a pocket, which is different than the double cassette. And then with the gold hardware, it just looks very vintage. And let me open it and show you guys how it look. And obviously like the leather, it's a lot stiffer, like compared to my Epsom one. If you have not seen my first constant 1-24 in Nata, like I will put the link above and down below in the description box so then you guys can review that and then see the difference between the leather. And then you can see at the back, yes, it's really stiff. So there is a pocket at here, like there's a zipper that you can open it. I mean, I don't really use it because I'm gonna put a organizer anyways. And then, so the interior leather, just so you know, it's a Swift leather. So like, it's a little bit different. It's probably like a little more matte compared to the box leather, which is a lot shinier and smooth. And look at here. Don't know if you can see, but there's a mirror in here. Okay, so all the constant 1-24 will come with a mirror, okay, which is also a double-sided, which is very interesting. And then there's another pocket next to it. Okay, so it's time for story. So I've been waiting for this box constants actually since last year, February. And earlier this year, like my essay asked if I wanted with lizard buckle and I refused it basically. And towards the end of February this year, I went to the store to pick up an item that I ordered and shipped to the store. As I was leaving, okay, as usual, as I was leaving, my SA asked me if I'm okay with the gold buckle for my box constants. So at first I said, I think so, because I remember like when I put it on my list of items that I'm looking for, like I did say preferably palladium hardware, but gold hardware is okay too. So at that moment I said, I think so. But as I got home, like I debated for a day or two, and then I decided to test my essay just to see if I can find out a little more information, because I'm not sure about with the gold hardware. Because I was like, is it gonna look old, okay? Or like, do I wanna look young with the palladium hardware, which it makes sense, right? Like with my age and everything. Like, and plus I have a lot of gold hardware at home already. Like with all the other bags that I have in my closet, like, I don't know. But anyways, so I texted my essay, and then he said it's either gonna come in with lizard or a gold buckle, okay? Definitely not palladium hardware. However, he highly doubt that it's lizard, because the corporate like don't really send the same item to the same store in such a short period of time, because he asked me about the lizard buckle back in January. And now it was only like the end of February. Like, why would you have another lizard, right? In a local small boutique, right? It doesn't make sense. At least to him, that's been the trend. So then he knows like it usually they don't do that. However, like the gold buckle serial numbers and the lizard serial numbers are very similar, so he's not 100% sure at the time. So he did mention like if it comes in gold hardware or lizard, like, and you really want it in palladium hardware only, then you will have to wait. But then he doesn't know how long the wait is going to be. And from what I remember last year was it only came in up till like February, March, and that's it. It's like boss letter only comes in around winter time. So that's why I was debating, like, do I want to wait for palladium hardware or do I want to wait for the gold hardware? Because like I was torn by it basically. Even though my essay said, oh, he would still need to submit it, but 90% of the time, I think 10 out of 10 actually, every single time when he asked me if I would like that bag, it's probably before the bag even came in, but like it's not physically in the store, but he knows that he can get it. Usually like when he said he submitted, like 90% of the time, and right now it's 10 out of 10, that, you know, the bag would get approved and it would go to my profile, you know, so that's why I was a little bit like, should I take it? Because on his side, it's 95% it's gonna be gold hardware, right? So that's why I decided to put it on the poll and see what you guys think. Like, should I wait for the palladium or should I take the gold hardware? And, you know, surprisingly, at the beginning of the poll, I mean, some of you did say like palladium, okay? It's, you know, it's trendy right now and it does look younger. And most of you just pick go. I'm like, it's classic. I'm like, yeah, you're right, it's classic. But I was thinking like with the boss leather, which is such a shiny, smooth leather, and with gold, like would it look old? And you know what? Like it does look like classic, okay? It looks very vintage. So it actually gives the heritage leather another definition. It's rare and it's been there for a long time. So it makes sense to look more vintage, at least in my point of view. Just to remind you guys voted like 65% of you voted for gold. And surprisingly, only 35% of you voted for palladium. But anyhow, so I'm actually really happy that I accepted this offer. I mean, I cannot ask for more. So I told my essay, my last heritage letter has to be butler, okay? Like I really want a butler. And then guess what? My essay said, how about a butler in mini K? And I was like, what? In mini K? I was thinking like K25. So I said, I was a little shocked. And then I said, yeah, and K25 will also be okay. But guess what? When I got home and then I did some research and I'm like, no. If it comes in a mini K, I want a mini K. It's actually look really, really nice, okay? But yeah, for those of you who don't know, who are new to this channel, I mean, I do have a Barania, which is very rich. This is like my first heritage leather. And that's how I got obsessed with like, okay, I want to collect all the heritage leather right now. And Basset was the next one. So I'm glad I got it, even though I waited for a year. It's totally worth it. Like I think the reason why my essay loves me, it's because I'm so patient. Like I don't text him about like, when am I getting this bag? Or like, even when I go into the store, I don't always ask him about bags, you know, like I would just be like, oh, do you have this? Do you have that? And if you do, I'm gonna come in and pick it up, or like I will buy it right now. And at the same time, just asking for other accessories that I'm looking for, or even like tableware. You know, I got a bunch of tablewares now. So, which we use and we love it, especially the rice bowl. Okay, like my tips for all of you, like, or for those who are new to Hermes journey, I would say like, don't get so fixated on like pre-spend. Honestly, like for me, at least in the US, it's a big no-no. If you always think about like, oh, pre-spend, I have to pre-spend this and that, and then to request, I'm telling you, your SA would know, and then will probably think that, oh, you're playing that game, so let me just take advantage of it, you know, like ultimately it's all sales. Okay, so if you just genuinely love the brand and all of the other items, I don't think there's any issues of, you know, getting the things that you want. Ultimately, it's just a waiting game. Okay, if you're patient, and I believe your SA will appreciate that, and then would take you as like, you know, not a hard customer to work with, like low maintenance. Okay, I would think I'm pretty low maintenance, except like I would refuse bags. You know, I'm not gonna take any bags that it's being offered to me. Okay, like sometimes I feel like doing this way, not only saving your own money, but like you're also showing like how serious are you with the brand, and you know exactly what you want. I feel like that's the key as a Hermes shopper. Guess what? For those of you who've been following me on my Instagram, you guys know I got an offer with my SO. You know, I only been with this SA and worked with this local boutique for about like a little over 2 years. Okay, and my SA is actually a junior. Like he came in as a junior. Now obviously he already got promoted, but anyway, so still it doesn't matter. Like sometimes you just have to sync with the essay that you're working with. I mean, yes, like not everyone's gonna like me, like not everyone's gonna like you. So like sometimes it does take chance. But guess what? I feel like ultimately like wait is a first tips, and then it's a first thing you need to do. And shop for other items that you generally love it. That's just my tips for you guys. In addition, I know like a lot of people will think, you know, getting a bag offer, like you need to buy a lot of stuff to come with it, or like another spending that needs to be the same or above the price of the bag, you know, but that's really not the case. I mean, a lot of my strategy in the past or even now, like it's just like I request something, but unfortunately you don't have it in store, then the essay just have to work and find it for you. Okay, like it's not that I fake it or anything, but it just unfortunately you don't have in the store. Like whatever you have in the store, I didn't like it. Well, because every single boutique, what they got is different, right? So sometimes they don't have to hunt other store to make the transfer, but at least like you show that you really wanted that specific thing. I think that's important as well. And also this time around, I only got this small item, basically selected by Mr.Y. I mean, he deserved to have something. So let's open it. I mean, like I did look at like shoes and stuff. I did have one thing in my mind, but my SA is currently helping me with it because they don't have that in store. But like oftentimes, even though I will buy things along with the bag purchase, but it's never a 1-to-1 ratio, to be honest. Usually like 1/5 or quarter ratio, sometimes like 1/10 ratio, or like maximum maybe 1/5. So it's like, is it like a 1-to-1 ratio or like 2-to-1 ratio? No, I never played that game. So Mr.Y got this Calvi Duo in blue indigo. Like it's just, yeah, it's stunning looking. I think it suit him really well because he been seeing me using my Calvi Duo and it's very nice. So I see on the other side, it's like a Bastia, and then this side is where you can put cards in it as well. So yeah, I've really been loving the Calvi Duo. If he has a taupe, I think I would take one for myself too, just to have a second one. But anyways, I didn't because they didn't have it. I saw the taupe and I'm like, no, that's not really my color. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's videos, and if you have any questions about my box Constance 1-24 versus my Constant 1-24 in Nata, please comment below and let me know, and maybe I'll find time to like do like a comparison and review videos for you. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.